Last week, one of my clients sent me a supplier in Telegram and asked me if he should buy inventory from them. And I told him no. He thanked me later that week because he found out that same supplier had burned three other Amazon sellers in the last 60 days. They would have taken his money, sent him product that couldn't get him ungated, and he would have lost five figures. This happens constantly in the Amazon wholesale space, and almost nobody talks about it on YouTube because almost nobody on YouTube actually has clients buying real inventory from real suppliers every single week. They have courses, they have PDFs, they have webinars. They don't have skin in the game like I do. I've got hundreds of students. I'm in their telegrams every day. I see the suppliers that they're getting pitched. I see the deals that look incredible on the surface and would have cost them everything if they pulled the trigger. And in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how I vet a supplier before I let one of my clients send them a single dollar. Now, if you're someone who already knows what Amazon FBA is, you've probably already watched 10 beginner videos. And now you're at the part where you actually have to pick a supplier and buy inventory. This video is for you because this is where most people lose their money. Not on product research, not on Amazon's fees, on the supplier. So let me walk you through what I look at. So there's six things. Okay, so here's them in order. Number one, where did the supplier come from? So if somebody DM'd you on Instagram offering wholesale prices on a name brand, just delete the message. That's not how real wholesale works in the United States. Real wholesale distributors don't slide into DMs. They don't post in Facebook groups. They don't sell on Alibaba. Real distributors have offices, phone numbers, and websites that look like they were built in 2008. And they make you apply with your business documents before they show you a price sheet. If the supplier came to you and the pitch was easy, that's the first red flag. Real wholesale takes effort to get into. That's actually the moat. Number two, can they give you a real invoice? This is one that most beginners don't even know to ask about. So when you buy from a wholesale supplier, you need an invoice with their business name, their address, their AIN, and the brand name on it, and the product, and the quantity and the price. Why? Because when Amazon gates a category, and they will, they're going to ask you for that invoice to prove that you bought authentic product from an authorized source. If the supplier can't provide a clean invoice, you cannot get ungated, which means you bought inventory that you cannot sell, which means your money is dead in a warehouse. Now, I've seen people sit on $30,000 of inventory that they cannot list because they trusted a supplier who couldn't give them a real invoice. Ask every single time before you wire money. Number three, are they authorized by the brand? There's a difference between a wholesaler who sells the brand and a wholesaler who's authorized by the brand to sell on Amazon. That's a massive difference. Brands like Nike, Adidas, Apple, they have strict rules about who can resell their product on Amazon. If your supplier isn't an authorized distributor, you can get a manufacturer complaint. Your listing gets pulled, your account gets a strike, three strikes, and your seller account is gone. The way you check this is you go to the brand's website, you look for their authorized distributor list, and you ask the supplier directly, are they authorized by this brand to allow your customers to resell their product in Amazon? If they say yes, get it in writing. If they hedge, you walk. Number four, what do their existing customers say? This is where most people skip a step. Before I let a client buy from any supplier, I want to know who else has bought from them, not testimonials on the supplier's website. Those are fake half of the time. I want to know other Amazon sellers who have actually wired money to the supplier and received product. I have a network of hundreds of students. We share supplier intel in our community every single day. If somebody got burned, we know within 48 hours. If somebody got a great deal, we know within 48 hours. That's the unfair advantage of having a real community versus trying to do this alone. You don't have to be the one who finds out the hard way. Number five is going to be the price. Here's the counterintuitive one. If the price is too good, that's a problem. Real wholesale margins on name brand product are not insane. You're looking at 20 to 40% margins on a healthy deal. If somebody is offering you a brand name product that's 70% below retail, one of three things is happening. The product is fake, the product is stolen, or it's bait, and you're going to wire the money and never see anything. Real distributors price within known they price within a known range, and if something looks too good to be true on a name and product, your default should be this is a scam until proven otherwise. Number 6 is how do they want to be paid? If a supplier will only accept Zelle, Venmo, Cash App, or wire to a personal name, that is the loudest red flag of all 6. Real businesses accept ACH, check, wire to a business account, and they invoice you and they have terms. If the only payment method available has zero buyer protection and goes to somebody's personal account, you're not buying from a wholesaler. You're sending money to a stranger. That's it. That's the entire transaction. Now, I want to zoom out for a second because what I just gave you is 6 filters, and 6 filters is not the same as 6 checkboxes. The difference between a beginner and somebody who's built a real Amazon business is that the beginner runs the checklist and feels safe. The pro runs the checklist and trusts their gut when something is off. Every single supplier scam that I've ever seen one of my students almost fall for, there was a feeling before there was evidence. The pitch felt too easy, the reply was too fast, the deal was too good. They sensed it before they could explain it. And the ones who paused asked me, they asked the community, they saved themselves 5 figures. The ones who pushed through that feeling and wired the money anyway, well, they learned the lesson the expensive and hard way. So if you're at the part of your Amazon journey where you're looking at suppliers right now and you feel that hesitation, listen to it. Don't override it because some Instagram coach told you fortune favors the bold. Fortune favors people who don't lose their starting capital to a Telegram scam in their first month. Now, here's what I want you to do. In the comments, type one word, wholesale. If you comment wholesale on this video, I'm going to send you my actual supplier vetting checklist. The same one that I use the same one that I use with my clients in my coaching program. 6 filters expanded into a full document you can run every supplier that you find through with the exact questions to ask and the exact red flags to walk on. It's free. Just comment wholesale and I or someone from my team will get it to you. And if you're at that point where you're tired of doing this alone, you're tired of guessing whether a supplier is real, tired of worrying about your money is sitting in a warehouse and you can't sell from, tired of trying to figure out Amazon from a YouTube comment section, there's a link in the description to book a call with me or my team. We get on the Zoom, we find out exactly where you are and figure out if it makes sense for us to build this together. There's no pressure. It's just a conversation. So I'll see you in the next one.